Why do skeletons never fight each other?
Because they do not have the guts for it.
Why did the cloud stay in the game? Because it was feeling a little misty and decided to join the fun with its floating friends today. Why do tornadoes always make such a mess?
Because they just love to spin out of control and blow everyone away with their chaotic energy.
Why do tornadoes always have such a great sense of humor?
I have no idea why.
Because they are always just spinning a good yarn. Why did the tornado get a timeout from school?
Because it couldn't stop spinning around in class and causing a major whirlwind of trouble for everyone.
Why do tornadoes make such great friends? Because they are always trying to pick you up and take you out for a spin. Why did the burger go to the gym?
Because it wanted to get better buns to flip its life around for the better.
Why do bananas wear sunscreen? Because they would peel otherwise. Why did the tornado bring its family to the ice rink? Because it wanted to have a whirl of a time with everyone in the family. Why did the turtle cross the road?
To get to the shell station on the other side. But he was moving a little slow today.
Why was the little blueberry so dizzy after the storm? Because he got caught in a berry wind and ended up feeling absolutely jam-packed with energy. Why did the emoji go to the doctor? Because he was feeling a little bit blue and needed to be cheered up by his friends. Why did the little elephant bring a suitcase to the meadow? Because he wanted to go on a trip, but he just ended up having a trunk full of mud. Why did the clown go to the bank? Because he wanted to check his balance and see if he had enough energy for the big show today.
Why do space tornadoes always travel in such weird paths?
Because they are just trying to find a good place to land for their vacation. Why did the fire go to school?
Because it wanted to get a little brighter and eventually become a world-class glowing light of heart.
Why do sharks live in salt water?
Because pepper water makes them sneeze.
That is a very silly joke for a shark to hear. Why do sharks live in salt water? Because pepper water makes them sneeze. Why was the cat so good at video games? Because it had 9 lives to spare and always kept a steady paw on the controller. Why do tornadoes make such a mess? Because they just like to blow things out of proportion. Why did the brown swirl go to school? Because it wanted to be a little smarter about where it landed in the snow.
Why do tornadoes always have such a messy sense of humor? I suppose they just enjoy spinning things out of control and making a huge frozen disaster for everyone else.
See you tomorrow with AIs. Bye. Thank you so much. I thought this was a good